Welcome to OpenRocket tutorial number 3. You're going to see here I've already opened this up to a basic rocket minus the nose cone, which is basically what we had in tutorial number 2, and we're just going to do some modifications to add a transition to this. So to do that, we're going to hit the transition, which it put it on the back end, which is not a problem. We're just going to say move up, and it moved it to the top. Now we're going to make sure I'm out of the way here. We're going to do going to edit it, and we're going to say we'll make the length 3 inches, 4 diameter. We know it's going to be a BT20, and the outside diameter of a BT20 is 736, and the F diameter is 1. Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's not filled. It's going to be a paper. It's going to be cardboard. And okay. So we're all done with that. We'll hit the OK. And then we'll go back here to, and you'll see we just got a cone on the front end. Now, the problem's going to be is body tubes will not let you move forward and backward like an inner body tube will or any other part. But an inner body tube can't have a nose cone. So we're going to cheat, and I'm going to show you how to cheat to make this work. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use a regular nose cone, a regular body tube, and a body tube wants to put it at the end, and we don't want it at the end. We want it at the very top. So we click move up till we got to the top, and now we're going to edit this body tube, and we're going to have it body tube length is we're going to make it 4 inches. We're going to make the inside body tube. No, actually, we'll just click from the database. We'll do this. You should use the database whenever you can because it saves you a lot of grief because you'll forget things. And if you do forget, you'll be covered usually by these things, the presets. All right. So now we're going to say, well, we're going to make our length like 4 inches. See, the diameter's right, the inner diameter's right. It's paper and whatever. So here we go. That looks about right. And we're going to call this upper body tube. We close and back to the big scene. And you'll see we got this here. Now, the thing is that this body tube ended right here at the cone, and we know there's a cone top. This is going to be weak as heck. So, what we're going to do is we're going to cheat. Get the best of both worlds there. We're going to choose this body tube, and we're going to say inner body tube on this guy. And we're going to do a preset from the database of a BT20. You do Estes as my favorite icon. Here it is, BT20. And we know that that is way too long. So we're going to make the, let's see, where's the length? Side diameter, oh, here we go, length. We're going to make this length, like 5 inches. But it's way down at the one end of the rocket, so we're going to have to increase it, backwards, move it up, and you see that right here. Now, theoretically, in reality, if you wanted to do this, you could use a coupler and actually join 2 tubes, but we're cheating because this is all going to be 1 tube anyway, so we're fine the way it is. I hope you can see that. Right, so you can see we're fine the way it is because it's butting up. All right, so now we're going to add a nose cone, and we're going to use my favorite database. Add that, and it wants to put it at the end, which we know is not what we want, so we're going to highlight it and say move up, move up, move up. and it put it right in the right place. So now we need some way to hold it because this cone, a paper cone, is not going to hold it. So we'll add a couple of centering rings to it. And we'll see here. Two's here, a centering ring, and we'll do this. Control 2, and we'll do a. We know that centering rings, like I said before, Estes doesn't show up in here, but we have a 2055 here of this one, and we're going to put that in there. And we don't really know where it is. But there it is. So right about there is fine. And we're going to close. So there you can see where I put it over here. And then we're going to do our trick of centering ring. Control C, Control V. We got a second one. We're going to do an edit on it. And like we did before, we're just going to move it down a little bit. So we're going to put this it's at 9.8. So we're going to put it at, 7. Nope, too far. We'll make it 6. Nope. We've got to go more, not less. 9. Yeah, still not good enough. 0.5. I keep wanting to go the wrong way. 8.5. Yeah, let's try and make it 8.25. Yeah, that's good enough right there. We're just going to leave it right there. Okay, so now we've got the tubes, and you can see, as far as this is concerned, it looks like it's one tube, even though it's not coupled, because we're just a trick we're using because deficiency in OpenRocket. Now, the only thing you're going to worry about here is you look at the stability here, it's pretty low. 0.035. That's very low. Well, we got to put a parachute and stuff in there, so let's do that first. Except we're going to put a parachute up here. We're going to put a parachute of we're going to try from the database. Estes 12-inch right here. Okay. And we're going to say the packing length is 2 inches. And we're going to say the diameter is 0.7. And we're going to move it down 2 inches. Yeah, that looks good. And we're going to add, okay, so this is what we got now. But we really need to add a shock cord too. And we're going to do that. We're going to hit this one. We're going to add a shock cord. And we're going to do a pack length of, it really takes nothing at all for a shock cord, but we're going to say 2.25 quarter of an inch worth. Diameter is going to fit in the tube, 0.71. Okay, and we're going to move it down. Let's try 3 inches. That's too far. 2 inches. Yeah, we can probably get away with that. Okay, but you see our stability is... Okay, so here we go. And so you can look and you can still see our stability is way down there. So we're going to have to add some weight. Click. We're going to add some weight. And we're going to do, to 0.05. That's a little more than half an ounce. Okay. Of weight. 0.05 is a little more than half an ounce. And we're going to put, we're going to say that's like a size of a washer, 0.1. We're going to say the diameter is going to fit in here 0.71, and we're going to say it's offset by 0.5, tacked right on the end of the nose cone, and we'll do this, and you see our stability is vastly improved at this point. Okay, but we really ought to run some more simulations. You notice I've already got the motors, so let's just run the simulations again, see what we get. Run the simulations, and still looks stable. The stability numbers are not really affected by the simulations, but it sometimes does adjust a little. But you can see there's our numbers. And that pretty much, the only difference between this, we could make this a bigger one, make it a payloader by making the BT20 something like a BT80 or 60. Make it clear if you wanted to. You could do anything you want. And you could make the transition solid. There are solid transitions you can buy. So, but they're basically the same kind of thing. Of course, if it's a solid, your parachute and everything's going to be back here. The last thing I want to show you is that if you go to print, to print, and we print preview, go look at the print, you'll see on the last page, there is your shroud template to make that shroud for the transition. Okay, well, that's all I got for you today. Keep flying them.